Welcome to English literature class, my dear students of class 11th. Now I am going to start Act 1, Scene 1. Here in this scene, you will study Prospero's tale to Miranda. Prospero tells here in this scene, Prospero tells his story to Miranda. Second, the introduction of Ariel and Caliban. Here in this scene you will study the introductions of Ariel and Caliban. And third one, the initial meeting of Ferdinand and Miranda. You know, Ferdinand is the son of Alonso and Miranda is the daughter of Prospero. Here, scene 2, the island before Prospero's cell. Enter Prospero and Miranda. Open your book, Act 1, Scene 2. Put your fingers on the sentences, on the lines of Act 1, Scene 2. Miranda's speech here. The scene is taking place. First of all, you must know where the scene is taking place. Scene is taking place in the island before Prospero's cell. Cell means here room, where Prospero lives. Here in this scene, and Prospero and Miranda enter. Miranda says, "If by your art, my dearest father, you have put the wild waters in this roar, allay them." She says, "My dearest father, if by your magic, my dearest father, you have set the waves into such a state of revolt, calm them again." If you have the power, you have by your magical power, if you have revolt in the waves, you have set the waves into such a state of revolt, calm them again. You can calm them. The sky, it seems, would pour down stinking pitch, but that the sea, mounting to the Welkin's cheek, dashes the fire out. It seems that the sky would rain down a flood of rain as black as stinking, as black and stinking as pitch. Stinking, bad smell, sticky water. It seems that the sky would rain. As black and stinking as pitch. The sea is rising so high, but the sea, mounting to the Welkin's cheek, dashes the fire out. The sea is rising so high as to strike against the face of the sky. Against the face of the sky, to put out the fire. Oh, I have suffered with those that I saw suffer. A brave vessel who had no doubt some noble creature in her. Her is for vessel, ship, dashed all to pieces. Miranda is grieved here, very sad. In sadness, she says to her father, "Alas, I have suffered in sympathy. Alas, father, alas, I have suffered in sympathy with those people on the ship. A fine ship which had carried some noble people. has been completely wrecked, has been completely destroyed. Oh, the cry did knock against my very heart. Poor souls, they perished. Oh, their cries deeply grieved my heart, deeply saddened my heart. Poor souls, they perished, they destroyed. Had I been any god of power, she says, students, Miranda is so grieved that she thinks that if she would have any power, any godly power. She says, if I had been a powerful god, I would have driven the sea to the bottom of the earth before it could devour the ship with its passengers. If I had the power, I would have driven the sea to the bottom of the earth, before it means the sea, before it could devour, swallow the ship with its passengers. She says, had I been any god of power, I would have sunk the sea within the earth, or I should be good ship, so have swallowed and the frotting souls with her. Very important line. I would have driven the sea to the bottom of the earth before it would devour the ship with its passengers. Prospero says, be collected. No more amazement. Tell your piteous heart there is no harm done. Prospero wants to console his daughter Miranda. He says, calm yourself, calm down. Do not be perturbed any further. Do not be disturbed yourself any further. Tell your sympathetic heart that no harm has been done. He wanted to console his daughter. Then he says, tell your sympathetic heart that no harm has been done. Miranda says, oh, woe of the day. Oh, what a woeful day it is. What a sorrowful day it is. Prospero says, no harm. No harm at all. I have done nothing but in care of thee, my dear one, thee, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing of whence I am, nor that I am more better than Prospero, master of a full poor cell, and thy no greater father. Prospero says, there has been no harm, my daughter, my dear one. Whatever I have done was done for your good. Whatever was done, that was done only for your good. You do not know what you are. Who are you? You do not know. You do not know what you are. You do not know which place I am from. You do not know that I am not just Prospero, whose greatness consists only in being the owner of a poor cell. Whose greatness consists only in being the owner of a poor cell. I am not only the master of this poor cell. You know only that I am your father. Nothing you do, nothing you know. Only and only you know that I am your father. Prospero's father, only this is known to you. Miranda says, more to know did never meddle with my thoughts. It never entered my mind to know more. I never thought to know more. That's enough. It is enough. It is enough that you are my father. No need to know more. Prospero said, that's the time I should inform thee further. Lend thy hand and pluck my magic garment from me. It is time to tell you more. Help me to take off my magic cloak. Lays down his cloak, a long robe. Lie there, my art, wipe thou thine eyes, have comfort. Lie there, my magic robe, wipe off your tears. Don't weep, wipe off your tears and be comforted. He says, the direful spectacle of the wreck which touched the very virtue of compassion in thee, I have with such provision in my art, so safely ordered that there is no soul, no, not so much perdition as in air, as an perdition as an hair betid to any creature in the vessel which thou heardest cry, which thou sawest sink. Sit down, for thou must know further. He says, the direful sight, the direful, the dreadful, the terrible, the dreadful sight of the shipwreck has aroused pity in you. But my magic I have so managed that not a single person whose cry you heard from the sinking ship has suffered any injury as the loss of a single hair. An injury as the loss of a single hair. Sit down, for you must know more. Sit down, because you have to know more. Miranda says, you have often begun to tell me what I am, but stopped and led me to a bootless inquisition, concluding, stay, not yet. Miranda says, you have often started telling me who I am, but you have always stopped me from asking questions, saying, wait, the time has not yet come. Many a times I asked, who I am, who are you, what is the story, what is the tragic story that we have suffered, but you denied. And you said that, wait, time has not come. Prospero says, the hours now come. The hours now come. The very minute bids thee ope thine ear, obey and be attentive. Canst thou remember a time before we came unto this cell? I do not think thou canst, for then thou wast not 3 years old. Prospero now gives the introduction. Says, the time has now come, my daughter. It is necessary now that you should listen to me with attention, utmost attention. What I have to tell to you. Can you recall the time before we started living in this cell? Can you recall the time? I do not think you can, because then you were not 3 years old. At that time when we came here, your age was only 3 years. You were only 3 years old then, when we came here in the cell. Miranda says, certainly, sir, I can. I know. Certainly, sir, I can. Prospero says, by what? By any other house or person? Of anything the image tell me that hath kept with thy remembrance? Prospero asked Miranda. Just he want to check whether she has remembered or she has forgotten all the things what had happened in the earlier time. So he says, what is that made you to remember that time? Is it your memory of any other house or person that you are able to recall? Any person, any house. Is it your memory of any house or person that you are able to recall? Can you recall any person or any house? Now, what Miranda says will be explained in the next video. Thank you so much, my students.